Hey guys, my name is Snerpadash and welcome back to Zero Time Dilemma. Alright, so I did end up recording yesterday and I got through the first section with Team D and I got to the part where I was editing and discovered that the game itself had no sound. So, you might notice that these things have all loaded up, but I'm going to try this again. I'm going to start from the beginning, and we're going to go through it so you guys can see it. I'm sorry that the video didn't capture any of the audio or anything like that, so it kind of sucks.
When a curious hate oozes calamity.
So, a moment when hate becomes calamity, huh?
I wonder what that means.
Beats me. Maybe it's not supposed to have a meaning.
Huh?
Maybe.
It's an anagram. You reorganize the letters into another sentence.
Why do you think it's an anagram?
I've seen something like this before. In another place. Anyway, where's Sigma?
What are you looking at?
A box.
What kind of box?
Well, I'm looking into it because I don't know.
Looks like something's written on it.
Force quit box.
That's interesting.
I see a keyboard on it too.
Use this
Everybody's got it.
keyboard to input a password and force something to stop. Is that what this means?
Probably.
What does it stop?
Well, the obvious answer would be the game Zero is making us play.
Then we should try it.
What earth did she enter?
I shouldn't have thought it would be that easy.
We need a hint.
Maybe it says something on the underside.
Nope. Won't budge.
Is it heavy?
Heavy doesn't even begin to cover it. I doubt it's made out of anything from Earth.
Well, you are getting up there, Sigma.
What are you saying? My body's still got it.
I'll just give it a try. You weren't lying.
I don't know why
See?
he would be.
I told you.
This is the map for Ward D, right?
Looks like it.
Alright.
And we can go wherever we want so long as it's within this ward?
Yes, that's what Zero said.
Time for some exploring for you guys. So they have the prep room, decontamination room, healing room, nice little piano, the transporter room, and the manufacturing. There's robots in here. That's awesome. And the trash disposal room, and the locker
All right.
room.
We've checked all the rooms from top to bottom, but
You didn't find any exits?
Obviously, we are in a bomb shelter after all. If there were several exits, it'd defeat the purpose it was built for.
Pretty much.
so Zero told the truth.
Then opening the X door is the only way out.
Yep. And the only way it opens is somebody dies.
Mira! Eric! Can you hear me?
Carlos! Akane! Tenmyoji!
Can't hear you.
There's no point. We wouldn't hear a drunk toga party at full volume on the other side.
I think we need 6 passwords to get this door to open, right?
Yeah, that X-Pass thing.
For every one person who dies, one password will be revealed.
Is that true, though?
Sigma, why don't you try dying once?
I politely but firmly refrain.
What about you, Diana?
Hey! No.
Figured.
Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna volunteer for that.
May I ask you guys something?
Alright. Question time. Let's go. Who is Zero?
Who do you think Zero is? Do you guys know who Zero is?
No, I haven't the foggiest. But they called themselves Zero. At the very least, they know about what happened a year ago.
What are you...
There's one more thing for sure. Think about it. Why was Zero's speech to us pre-recorded? There's got to be a very big reason why things can't be in real time. There are two possibilities. They've already bit the bullet, or...
Zero is among us.
Or just to have other things to do in their life.
Someone will come help us?
Like who?
Maybe the decom experiment staff?
Sorry, but that's pretty unlikely.
It's an isolated experiment.
Remember? The staff
If
station...
there's any contact, it would
can't communicate
mess up the experiment.
The simulation is attempting to stay true to an actual Mars mission.
It's at least 6 months between Earth and Mars. In that time period, Earth will have rotated halfway around the Sun. Which means...
By the time the spaceship reaches Mars, the Earth is behind it.
the star in the way, we can't send a signal.
That's the lead-up. We've been doing experiments for the past 5 days.
Transmissions will reestablish on December 31st at 23:30. Which leaves us with more than 10 hours.
Yep.
There's no point in hoping for a rescue to come before then.
Pretty sure the
I don't know,
decom staff won't
unfortunately.
notice any problems until that time.
You guys are like siblings. You're totally in sync.
This is rather rude, but
This may be somewhat rude of me to say, but the way you talk, Sigma, is, a little unusual.
Forgive him. The age of his mind and his body are completely different.
Oh, he mentioned that back at decom. That his consciousness had come back from the year 2074.
That's correct. That's why I know what will happen in the future. I must have spent the past 5 days warning you. If nothing changes, mankind will be destroyed. Kane, Phi, and I infiltrated decom to stop all that from happening.
Phi? Is this true?
Well, would you believe me if I said that it was?
Then why are all of us trapped in this strange place? If you know the future, then you could have prevented it.
We had no idea what events went down inside the decom facility. Nor did we know anything about what's going to happen in this shelter.
Why did this have to happen to me? I should have never listened to Rebecca.
Rebecca?
She's the head nurse at the hospital where I worked.
Oh, right. You did say you were a nurse.
I joined the decom experiment because Rebecca suggested it to me. She told me that they were searching for a nurse willing to participate. Well, to be honest, there is another reason why I decided to join.
oh. Pupper! Hey, Gab.
Gab!
Why is Gab here?
I think he came through the vent.
Really?
See anything?
Is that why the
No, it's
vent
too
lid
dark.
is off?
You're up, Phi.
You want me to go in there? It's clearly impossible.
You sure?
I won't repeat myself. My boobs are D's.
Your pants are on fire.
It's true.
Seems to me they've
There's
gotten
no
a
way.
full size larger than the last time you told me.
It's been 45 years. Growing is natural.
You were just sleeping.
Could I interrupt? What is this?
There's no way. It's
Is
just like
that
an
a
A.
coaster?
Something's written on it. Hello, Carlos here. C-Team is voting for D-Team. So D-Team should vote for Q-Team and Q-Team for C-Team.
Yep.
And someone else wrote,
Q team, got it.
I get it. By spreading out the votes, they're suggesting we make it a tie.
Looks like Q team agreed.
Seems so.
I guess Gab passed through Ward C to Ward Q and ended up here. It'll work! Now none of the teams will have to die.
At least for this round.
I wonder about that.
What?
The deadline to vote is in 3 minutes.
Damn, we don't have much time. We need to head over to the voting device.
Yep. You have 3 minutes to actually make your decision. Which kind of sucks for your team.
What exactly did you mean earlier, Phi?
I'm saying it could be a lie.
Do you mean that Q Team is planning to betray us?
No, I doubt it. That's what they intended. They didn't have to send Gab. They'd only have to decide to vote for D-Team.
Then you mean...
There's a chance that C-Team will betray us. Maybe they're saying they'll vote for D-Team, but actually vote for Q-Team.
Why would they do that?
To
Get
make
one
us
team out of
choose
the way.
Q-Team. If you think it's a good idea to spread out the votes, then your choice is easy, right? I'm just saying. It's a possibility.
It's very negative, though.
The deadline to vote is in 1 minute.
Watch the
What
bad
should
guy
I
be
do?
Eric.
The fact that Gab showed up means that we can assume Q-Team's voting for C-Team. So we have no choice but to choose Q-Team. Otherwise,
Our single vote could cause the death of all of C Team.
She's like, oh no! No, we're going Q Team. So, good.
well, that was a good choice.
Do you think it'll be okay?
So long as Gab's note was the truth.
All we could do was trust them.
I suppose.
90 minutes have passed. Your time limit has ended. Sleep well.
I like his mask.
The next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate. One final thing. You've gone through with the note exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying.
Oh,
The memory loss drug will not be injected.
thanks,
On your
dude.
next wake, those who survive will be able to remember the
Now everybody survived, so.
as all members of a single team will perish as a result of the vote you entered. Pleasant dreams.
Diana's like, no! And everybody else. And I'm just like, well, I know what decision was made because I made all the decisions, so. Nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. Alright. Well, if you're watching this now, then you know that the sound was good. So, yeah, so next time we have all of these to choose from. We're actually probably going to do C Team first again. We have 5 options. I'm going to label them in editing. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let me know down in the comments which one we should go for first. I'm not sure if the order matters. Like, what scene I choose first matters. But I would like your guys' feedback on this, since this is mostly a story-driven game and we're not doing much other than listen to the conversations and then make a decision, and that's about it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Snerpadash, and I'll see you when I see ya. Snerp out.